The Board of Regents also met with Coach Durkin. We believe Mr. Durkin failed to adequately supervise strength and conditioning coach Rick Court, but that this failure is shared by the university's athletic department. We also acknowledge the many individuals who spoke with the independent commission about Coach Durkin and his leadership style. Those comments, as detailed by the commission, were at times very critical of Coach Durkin and his lack of oversight of Mr. Court. But many others, players and families in particular, spoke very positively and with great affection about Coach Durkin and his deep commitment to the football program and its players and their families. We believe that Coach Durkin has been unfairly blamed for the dysfunction in the athletic department, and while he shares some responsibility, it is not fair to place all of it at his feet. Coach Durkin was incredibly forthright with the Board of Regents during our meeting. He also participated in more than 10 hours of interviews with the independent commission. He has acknowledged his role in the athletics department's shortcomings while he served as head coach, and he is committed to ensuring the proper reforms, working with the independent monitor to see that they are implemented. For these reasons, the Board of Regents recommends to the university leadership that Coach Durkin remain head coach of the University of Maryland College Park football team. We believe that he is a good man and a good coach who is devoted to the well-being of the student athletes under his charge. He is also at the beginning of his coaching career with a great deal of promise and much still to learn. We believe he deserves that opportunity. For the next several years, the football program in particular and the athletics department in general will be closely scrutinized both by the independent monitoring group, by the Board of Regents, and by the broader public. We will expect everyone involved to perform in a manner that is totally consistent with the values of the University of Maryland College Park. There will be no third chance for any of those involved to get this right. The Regents have looked at this very carefully and are very conscious of that fact. And we made a decision based upon a very strong belief amongst the Regents that DJ is absolutely prepared to move in a direction that is totally consistent with the values of the university. And his presentation to us and what we have heard from others would suggest that he is absolutely committed to that, and I believe very capable of accomplishing that. DJ Durkin has to do a major job in terms of winning the confidence of people. I would tell you, and the commission report was very clear, there are an awful lot of folks in the system, on the team, who are very supportive of DJ Durkin. He's got to make sure he brings all of that together and creates the confidence level that we all need. And that is a challenge, I grant that, but it is a challenge we think he can meet.
In August, I accepted legal and moral responsibility for the mistakes that were made in the diagnosis and treatment of Jordan McNair. Today, I stand by that statement 100%, and I will do everything possible to fulfill that responsibility. This will be my last year as president of the University of Maryland, my last academic year. As the Board of Regents is aware, I will retire from the presidency in June of 2019. Since I arrived on this campus in October of 2010, I have had the honor and the pleasure of working alongside some of the most impressive faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the university to advance our beloved flagship institution. For me, the job of president is more than a job. is a calling to service. And it's a calling that I believe is larger than simply having a job. Together with all of these stakeholders, I believe we have boldly transformed the university. Today, the university deservedly stands as one of the most distinguished institutions of learning in the country. I'm proud of the shared legacy that's been created, and I will have more to say about that